Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Blu-ray of the movie The Command. This movie has been out a little while. It's a fairly recent release, but it's a good movie and I thought I would take a look at it and see what everyone thinks. This movie was originally called The Kursk. That's the original title. I have no idea why Lionsgate changed the title for the US release. I think The Kursk was a perfectly fine title, but for reasons known only to the studio, it was changed. So it's called The Command. But it is about the Kursk. It's based on the true story of the Kursk disaster from 2000 when the Russian submarine, the Kursk, went down, and it details the rescue efforts that were enabled to try and rescue the sailors and the failures that resulted in the failure of the mission. Like I said, it's a good movie. It's sad, it's touching. It has its moments of inspiration and the heroism of the crew. I don't know how accurate the portrayal of what happened inside the submarine is. I'm not sure how they would have known what occurred inside while the disaster was occurring, but they did their best, and it seems perfectly reasonable given the context of what happened, how the sailors would have reacted. Now, the outside events, as far as I could tell, were accurate. I remember this disaster, and I remember the problems that existed. The Russians, for reasons known only to them, did not want assistance from other countries. Other countries were very quick in offering the help. The UK, Norway, the United States, among others, offered up their help immediately to the Russian government, and it was initially turned down. The Russians had a rescue submersible that they used. For whatever reasons, that rescue submersible was not able to make full contact with the submarine and get a seal and be able to open up the escape hatches and get the sailors out. The other countries that were trying to assist did have the technology to be able to effect a rescue, but the Russians really dragged their feet on this. I can only assume it was because of pride, perhaps. They wanted to do it themselves. They didn't want outside interference, but they should have accepted it. It was nothing political by any means. It was purely, let's save these sailors, and that's all it was. Unfortunately, it didn't happen, and the survivors of the Kursk disaster did perish, and that's the sad part, because it needn't have happened. Now, the disc itself, here's the artwork. It does have a Blu-ray with the same artwork on the front of the disc. It's got a DVD with no artwork on it. There is a digital copy included. I'm not showing it because I haven't used the code yet. But for those of you that like to watch a digital copy, it is available in there. Here's the spine, and here's the back. There are just a couple of making of features, but that's really it. If this movie interests you in finding out more about the disaster It is based on a book by Robert Moore called A Time to Die. So maybe check your local bookstore or your library, and you can read more about the true events and what happened. So I'm happy to have this in my collection. If you like submarine movies, if you like disaster movies, if you like military movies, if you like movies about the human spirit and trying for man to help man and overcoming borders and countries and it being not about countries but about humanity, it's a very good movie and I highly recommend it. So thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll see you soon.